All right, so this is our next video in our series on Google 101, or Google Classroom 101, I should say. But this video is one that could have probably gone anywhere in the order of what we've covered so far. But so far we've looked at creating your classroom and navigating around some of the different things that are within Google Classroom as far as the teacher side of it. We've added assignments, added announcements, added questions. We have edited assignments in each of those. We've also gone through the process of reusing an assignment. So at this point, if you haven't done so already, we need to have students in the class. Otherwise, it's all pointless. But so to do that, we're on our stream right now for this class, and we are going to the Students tab. And so here you have the option. And it says here, invite students or give them the class code, and it gives you the code. You can also see over here the code. To invite students, just hit the invite button. You start typing in their name or their email address. And if your school is a G Suite school, then as you're typing in their name, you should have them pop up in your contacts list, so you can just click on them and add them to it. But if you don't have their email address and would like to put this off on the students to do, then what you can do is give them the class code. So the class code you see is right here, and if we'll hit this drop down box, we can display it in a larger format. We can also expand it to the full screen so that you can display it at the front of the room, and they're more likely to all be able to see it. Once they've got the code, then they can go in and join your class. Some other options underneath the drop down there are to copy the code, which is what we're going to do, because we're going to join it as a student would if you hadn't invited them and them get the access to the class that way. You also see two more options down here, reset and disable. Reset, what it will do is generate a new code. That way if your code has gotten out there and you've got people getting into it that don't need to be in there, you can reset the code. The disable function just basically shuts down the join code completely so that they can't get in unless you invite them or unless you re-enable the code. So this is good if you have a finite group of people that you want in there and don't want continuous enrollment, or if you just want to turn on the feature long enough for new students to be added. You can do that through the disable function. All right, so I've copied our code, and what I'm going to do is go to Google Classroom in another browser. That way it doesn't affect my logins. So I'm going to classroom.google.com, and you can see that I've already signed in, and then you can also see that I'm a member of this other class. I'm a student in this other class as well. But I want to join this new class that we created before. So I'm going to hit the plus sign, and you see the join class and create class options there. The create class really is only able to be done by teachers or those that are pending confirmation that they're a teacher. But we're going to go to the join class option at this point. All right, so it says ask your teacher for the class code, then enter it here. I copied and I'm pasting that code in, and then I just go down to join and I give it a second and I'll be in that class, and so it automatically takes me into that stream. But I want you to see what it looks like from the student point of view for all the classes. So here's my home screen for Google Classroom, and so you can see every class that I'm in as a student. You can see assignments that are due and when they're due. So in this class I've got 2 due on Wednesday. In this class I've got 1 due on Friday. All right, so I'm going to go back into this class so we can look at it a little bit more, and you can see the student view of it. Now you can see the other assignments here. So this assignment says not done. So I'm going to have to go in and work on whatever assignment the teacher gave me there. But what I want to do at this point, we're going to switch back over, and now we're on that Students tab in the teacher portal, and you can see that I have a student in there now. And so this is what the student portal looks like. Right now there are no guardians, so we We can't do any of this here with the email all guardians. And then you've got the action button up here at the top. So when I click on this and I go to action, it allows me to email that student directly, remove the student from the class, or I can mute them, which basically keeps them from adding any comments to any of the stuff on the stream or any of that. So I'm going to go back to my stream at this point, and then we can come back to some of our assignments. Now that we've added students, you can see that it already tells me that there's one student in here that hasn't done it yet. There are no students so far that have completed the assignment. So right now, every student in the class has not completed the assignment, basically, is what you're seeing there. So anyway, that's adding students to the class. Another one of those things that's really pretty basic. So we'll look at another feature in the next video.